Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Hello and welcome to the Irish in the UK. Coming up on the show this week, we'll be visiting the Birmingham Assay Bureau office. Caitlin will be singing one of her songs for us. But first up, this week we're telling you a story about Maggie's Café and Restaurant in Lewisham in London. Maggie was born in County Cavan and immigrated to London at the age of 15. Met her husband, got married and raised a family there. Then earlier on this year, suddenly Maggie got ill and passed away quite quickly. Everybody loved Maggie and spoke so highly of her around the Lewisham area. Maggie's family, her friends and all the community are devastated by her sad passing.
My mum was born in County Cavan in 1945. She was the youngest of 6 siblings. They were very poor back in them days. Everything they had to really work for, and that gave her that input into what she achieved here. At the age of 14, where her parents couldn't afford to feed her, she had to move to Dublin, where she managed to live with another family, working away. She stayed in Dublin up to the age of 16, and then she moved to England. She worked in hotels for the next 10 to 15 years, to that point where she met my father in 1973. And then they created this business behind me.
Your mum and dad are so well known in this area here. It's the hub of the Irish community here, Maggie's Café.
Yeah, it is. Everybody knows Maggie's Café. They come in because she treats everybody like the same, equal. We first started off with one shop, which was probably making about £5 a day back then.
Yeah.
And now we've created it into, I wouldn't say a money-making business, but it pays the bills. Anyone that comes in that didn't have money or wasn't getting paid till Friday, she'll say, don't worry about it, come back and pay me on Friday or pay me another day.
Yeah.
And then we'll have customers that we wouldn't see for 2 or 3 years. And then they come and say, oh, we owe you money because your mum gave us a meal, and then they paid a bill. One extraordinary case was a guy owed us £150 because he ran a tab up, and then 10 years later he come back and he paid it. Got back on his feet, but he never forgot.
My mum was a hard worker up to sort of March of this year. She was still doing 14-hour shifts, and she was a workhorse. She loved it. She enjoyed every minute of the cafe. You know, not many people can say they enjoy what they do, but she couldn't wait to get into work. And yeah, it came as a shock to us all. Just at the beginning of March, we got the diagnosis that she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. But we didn't really realise it was going to take her so soon, you know. So we had eight happy weeks with her, and we're still trying to come to terms and find our feet with it all. But her memory lives on, and every time we walk into the restaurant, we feel like she's there. She's walking around with her teapot, or she'll be round the corner filling up people's cups. Her presence is so strong in that place.
And her sayings as well. She's like, what's the point of having a polished table with nothing on it? Stuff like that. Because she remembers that the postman or the milkman would come and they'd expect something on the table when they turned up. Cup of tea or...
Yeah.
So
it's that Irish hospitality which is missing nowadays with these franchise restaurants. They haven't got the customer service to treat everyone. As you walk out, you feel like it's a home away from home. And that's what Maggie's always tries to provide.
Of course, the day of her funeral, even though there was, lockdown and everything going on, there was a massive turnout of people all along the streets.
The turnout was amazing. There was 200 to 300 people lying in the streets and clapping. We made sure that we gave her a really good send-off and her final trip to Maggie's, and I think she would have been proud of us.
Anthony, how's your dad doing these days?
my dad he's bearing up, he's trying to cope, keep himself busy, but he did everything for her. My mum was a great person that entertained and everything, but she didn't even know how to write a cheque. So she's very old-fashioned in that sense. He looked after her, brought her tea in the morning, coffee at night, fed her, and he's got nothing to do now. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Yeah.
Now tell me a little bit about Maggie's Cafe. What do you serve? And I know it's not just a cafe, it's a restaurant as well.
We try to keep it traditional, home-cooked foods. We're famous for our breakfast, eat as much as you like breakfast, and we have bottomless cup of tea and coffee with that. And then we have Irish favourites, we have white pudding and we have boiled bacon on the menu. And the customers come from miles for our foods.
We're open 7 till 3 at the moment because of COVID. Gradually we'll reopen to maybe 8 or 10 o'clock.
Now tell me about your sister. Is she involved with the cafe?
My sister is. She sort of she does a lot of the back work in organising just different things and doing the Instagram posts and just dealing with maybe wages and just sort of advising us as well.
And of course Kyle, your son Anthony, is working here now as well.
Yeah, another generation that's working. He said I'm not going to work in a cafe when he's younger, but he loves it now. Yeah. He can't wait to get back to work.
Lovely to meet you both, and we're so sorry to hear about your mum passing away so suddenly as well. But I know that she'll be looking down on you guys tonight or today, and she'll be really proud of you. Kyle, of course, you're following in family traditions here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be carrying on the family tradition, keeping the business going with my dad and uncle.
And of course, your nan was very famous here. Lots of your customers knew her so well.
Yeah, we all do really miss her. We always think she's going to walk through the door and come back in. But
what's it like working with your dad and your uncle?
I really enjoy working here with my dad and my uncle. It really reminds me of my nan when she used to come in every day and used to see us. We do miss her a lot.
So are you going to continue on now and keep this place going, you know, when your dad retires and your uncle retires?
Yeah, hopefully, if they let me.
I knew Maggie for 27 years. We first came in here when my daughter was a baby, and she's 27 now. But, you know, I remember that day as clearly as anything. We came in, it was Christmas Eve, and the restaurant was half the size it is now. And Maggie and Joan was a really great character. She was from Tipperary, and Maggie were both here serving the food, and as we stepped in the doors, you know, you felt that warm, hearty Irish welcome, and we couldn't believe it. We had like 6 cups of tea, that the teapot was flowing, and it was flowing then for us in here ever since, because we kept coming back with our children and saw Maggie's children grow up. I became a great friend with Maggie. I miss her dearly. She was a legend, but her spirit is embedded in the walls of this place and in the wider community. She was, you know, 1 in a million, kind-hearted, open-minded, accepting, tolerant, welcoming to everybody. We sometimes used to come in of an evening with our young children and have like a home from home, reasonably priced meal, and you'd see, you know, Maggie welcomed the lonely, the lost, the city commuters. It was just a comfortable, lovely kind of cafe to come to, and Maggie knew all her customers well. She was inquisitive and, you know, got to know them, their lives, saw their children grow up. Families have come here for generations, really, and, you know, I miss her dearly. She became a really lovely friend. And her funeral, I mean, in a pandemic, hundreds of people turned up on the day of Maggie's funeral who otherwise would have been at the church. You wouldn't have been able to get in anywhere near the church had we not been in the times we are in. But there must have been 500 people lining the road outside the cafe here, and everyone I was watching, people weren't just softly clapping. Everyone was powerfully clapping, wanting to thank her for the way she touched their lives, and she touched thousands of people's lives, Maggie did.
And Kieran, of course, when Maggie sadly passed away, you sang at her graveside.
I did. I sang Maggie as a tribute to Maggie's life. She was a wonderful person. You know, she was so kind and very, very, very good-hearted. And it was an honour for me when the family asked me would I sing it at Maggie at her graveside. And
it's like a big part of Lewisham has disappeared, hasn't it? You know, when Maggie is gone.
Oh, definitely. I mean, she was a big part of the local community here, and so many people knew her.
Now, Kieran, I believe you're going to sing a verse of a song for us, Maggie, that you sang at the graveside that day.
That's right. I wander today to the hills, Maggie, to watch the scene below. The creek and the creaking old mill, Maggie, as we used to long ago. The green grove is gone from the hills, Maggie, where once the daisy sprung. The creaking old mill is still, Maggie, since you and I were young. When you and I were young.
Maggie was an outstanding lady in the community, and everybody loved her so much. She will be so sadly missed. May she rest in peace. Now we're going to take a quick break.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
The Warrington Irish Club, 83 Orford Lane, Warrington. a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports shown on the big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and crafts. Pop in for a friendly welcome and to book your event at the Warrington Irish Club, give Frank a call.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Buckhurst Plant Hire, operating nationwide and supplying equipment to the construction, civil engineering and utility industries. Buckhurst is synonymous with quality equipment and excellent service. Call us today.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
Welcome back. Now we are off to the Birmingham Assay Bureau office as they engrave a special logo on jewellery to remember the NHS. Here's Doug Henry, the Chief Executive, with the story.
Birmingham Assay office was founded in 1773 by an Act of Parliament. We are a peculiar company in that respect, in that we are a company founded by statute and we own ourselves. So we moved into our new facility here in 2015, having been in our previous building since 1877.
The work that you do here is really specialised work. We've spent quite a time with your workforce here watching them perform, and I have to say, concentration is the name of the game.
It is. We get one chance to get it right because we're putting a mark on a finished piece of jewellery, so we've got to get it right. So we test the metal to make sure that the precious metal is what the mark is intended to be. So if it's an 18 carat gold ring, we have to test the purity to make sure it is 18 carat. There can be no negative deviation of that, so it's got to be a minimum of 18 carat gold. And then we'll apply the statutory hallmarks.
Now, the rainbow logo that you've put in on some of the jewellery, and where did the idea come for that?
We saw an advert from one of our customers who manufactures cufflinks, and he had 3 cufflinks in his advert that said N, H and S. And I dropped him an email to say, brilliant ad, loved it, but how many 3-armed guys do you know? So if you're thinking of doing something to support the NHS, why don't you talk to us and let's see what we can work out. And then very quickly, through the guys here, we came up with a design to say, well, let's use the rainbow, let's put a heart in the middle. Suki came up with a few different designs, and then between the team we said, this is the right one, let's go with that. And the idea was that the charges associated with putting the mark on would all go direct to the NHS. So when the manufacturer sends the product to us, we apply the hallmarks in the usual way. We put the logo on as requested, along with the date letter to say this is specifically when this item was marked, and then we will then submit on probably at the end of the campaign. We'll make a presentation to the NHS charities
Yeah, well, that's a wonderful cause. Now, there's a limited time on this, isn't there?
We started applying the logo from the 1st of July for a limited period up until the 31st of December this year.
Now, Doug, tell me about your customers. Where do you get your customers from?
Our customers are very broad. A lot of the jewellery manufacturing business, obviously where you make a new item, then it has got to be hallmarked if it's over the minimum weights. So the idea was that really the logo would be applied to new products. But when we launched the logo, we got a lot of inquiries from people saying, I've got this engagement ring that really means something to me, significant. We just got engaged. Can we put the logo on it after it's been hallmarked? So we said, okay, why not?
So for your customers to find you, how can they do that?
If a member of the public wants to have the logo applied to an existing piece of jewellery for some special occasion, then if they come onto our website, we can tell them then who the nearest retail jeweller is to them that's participating in the scheme, and then through the retail jeweller they can send the item to us and we'll put the logo on for them.
The process we're doing at the moment is basically we're applying the rainbow logo by laser, and these are typically our laser machine that we've got in front of us. And what happens is there's two ways you can actually have the rainbow logo applied. You can either submit it at the assay office to be applied to your existing hallmark that's already inside the ring, and we'll apply the logo itself there next to the hallmark using laser machine. Or when you're sending your jewellery in, we will apply the actual rainbow logo with the actual hallmark together, but then you will have to incorporate the date letter with it as well.
Now, you must feel very proud because I believe that you designed this rainbow hallmark.
I was very fortunate to be able to design this logo, yes. The Assay office was thinking about what we could do to help the NHS in any way, and we thought, what could we do? And obviously the NHS symbol itself represents how, the wonderful work they're doing. And I wanted to sort of like incorporate into that a little bit of like hope for us as well with the heart. And I thought, well, they're doing a wonderful job and we need to get through this. And if we can all work together with the heart signifying some sort of like strength for us, then also to represent, unfortunately, for the people who have lost their lives as well, that symbol represents that as well. So that was a combination of everything being represented there.
We're watching you there working earlier on, and you've really got to concentrate every second because it's minute detail, isn't it?
It's minute detail, yes, but it's also, I think of every piece of jewellery I mark as though it was my piece of jewellery. So I always sort of like dedicate that effort and time to make sure I get it right.
Today, my daughter Ellie celebrates her 25th birthday. And to celebrate, she is going to receive a beautiful gold cladder ring, which I have had marked with the beautiful rainbow logo. The rainbow logo has been synonymous throughout the pandemic, and it's been evident and present in the homes and in the windows of homes all across the UK. We've added the heart within the rainbow logo to embrace the symbols of love, hope and loss, which are all meaningful during this pandemic. And the rainbow logo that we're applying is available for a limited period of time, so it will become very special in years to come when people look at pieces of jewellery with that symbol on, and it will symbolise such an important time in the UK and of course across the world. Members of the public can request the rainbow logo to be added onto existing pieces of jewellery, maybe an heirloom that they've acquired, and to do that, if they visit our website, we can connect them with retailers close to them that have signed up to the rainbow scheme, where they can go and request for the logo to be added to their piece of jewellery.
I've learned a lot about engraving jewellery today, and what a great idea. And well done to everybody at the Birmingham Assay Bureau office. Now it's time for Caitlin to give us a song, and here she is singing Where the Grass Grows the Greenest.
Take me back where the grass grows the greenest, in a little emerald garden in the sea. Take me back where the girls are the prettiest in the world, and it lies in the heart of me. People ask me where I come from back in Ireland, Dungannon, Connemara or Tralee. Dublin, Derry, Donegal, done a lot of living in them all, and I tell them they mean all the world to me. I come from where the grass grows the greenest, in that little emerald garden in the sea. I come from where the girls are the prettiest in the world, and it lies in the heart of me. We were born in that old cottage on the border of Galway and Mayo or in Kildare. It had little to do with me where my mother happened to be. God bless you, Mum, for being where you've been. I was born where the grass grows the greenest, in that little emerald garden in the sea. I come from where the girls are the prettiest in the world, and it lies in the heart of me. Do you belong to Cork or Tipperary, or Sligo near the Isle of Innisfree? Do you belong to Sion Mills or among the Wicklow Hills? I tell them they mean all the world to me. I belong where the grass grows the greenest, in that little emerald garden in the sea. I belong where the girls are the prettiest in the world, and it lies in the heart of me. I come from where the girls are the prettiest in the world, and it lies in the heart. Although we're far apart, it lies in the heart of me.
Thank you, Caitlin, and I hope you all enjoyed the show this week. Now, Henry McGlade is back next Thursday evening with his show from County Mayo at 7 o'clock, and we are here at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK. Until then, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.